Hey guys, Amber Marshall here. It is a beautiful day in the foothills, and I just wanted to show you where I am
for the
today.
last time, we're trying to film a series here. Let's go.
Rolling.
Okay, I'm sorry. I better go. But guess what? You can check out season 18 in the fall.
Heartland Season 18 will return to the screens in September. Now, when a show lasts for about 2 decades, avoiding some fun facts, scandals, behind-the-scenes news, and drama is inevitable. Like, how come can you have a show with more or less the same cast for almost 2 decades and have no secrets that were hidden from the public? It is basically impossible. So, in today's video, I'll spill the tea about what's been going on with Heartland over the years. Are you ready for the ride? Let's go!
I need to know what you're going through.
It just makes me so sad to think of what we became.
Don't let the hurt and anger take over. There's no going back once you do.
That was the past, Jack.
Trust me.
Those girls are going to be a part of my future.
There he is.
You're not alone, Amy. You'll never be alone.
First and foremost, we need to talk about the filming location of the show. I mean, at this point, the Heartland scenery has reached the iconic status. Fans, including me, are dying to visit this dreamy location, if not outright move there. So, the more we have specific knowledge of the Heartland filming locations, the better. The iconic barn and ranch house are part of a working cattle ranch in Millerville, Alberta. Yes, you heard it right. The Heartland Ranch is a real-life active ranch. Apparently, Roy Foster's parents started raising white-faced Hereford cattle there in 1928. So, the ranch basically a 100 years old history. Today, the ranch is privately owned, and only the Heartland cast and crew have access. So, unfortunately, you can't visit the Heartland Ranch even if you want to. Don't get disappointed though. While you can't visit the actual Heartland Ranch, you can check out other filming locations in Millerville, like Maggie's Diner, Tack, and Feed on 3rd Avenue in High River, Alberta. High River, which represents the fictional town of Hudson in the show, is about a 30-minute drive from Calgary. Although Maggie's isn't a real diner, fans can peek through its windows anytime and see the iconic setting. I bet Alberta has some real-life diners that are similar to Maggie though. Can't wait to visit that place one day. All indoor scenes at the ranch or the vet clinic are, however, filmed in a Calgary studio. This was a complete shock to me since we got used to seeing these places so much over the years that I was convinced they were real locations. This new fact will truly blow your mind. Did you know that the famous queer movie Brokeback Mountain is the inspiration behind Heartland in Alberta? You heard it right. Apparently, Heartland was originally planned to be filmed in Quebec. However, CBC execs chose Alberta after meeting with 724 Films, co-producers of Brokeback Mountain. Since that day, Heartland has contributed a lot to Alberta's economy. Good for Alberta. Now, let's talk a bit about the horses. Because, what is Heartland without the horses, right? Apparently, John Scott, the head wrangler, coordinated all the horse scenes and provided the show with horses, cattle, tack, and some filming locations. So, all horses belong to a single household. You might be curious about the famous Spartan. Could they have used the same horse for the past 20 years? Well, yes, my friends. Yes, let me introduce you to Stormy, a black quarter horse gelding who stars as Spartan and has been with the show since he was 5. It is a grown horse now. It has grown up in front of our eyes. There is no need to remind you how talented the Heartland actors are. But did you know that some of them are not only the actors, but also the directors of the show? In fact, Michelle Morgan and Chris Potter have both directed episodes of Heartland. Can you guess which episodes were their babies? Well, Michelle debuted as a director in season 14, episode 9, Find Me in the Dark, and she still directs some episodes every now and there. Chris, however, has directed 23 episodes so far, many of which are fan favorites. Our beloved Amber Marshall might not be one of those fancy directors/actors in the show, but she has other business ventures alongside acting. First of all, she volunteers at a local vet, helping with animals as this is her passion. Also, she runs her own magazine, Amber Marshall Life and Style. And yes, she is the main writer of the magazine, so her writing is pretty good. Apart from work, she also liked fishing, trail riding, camping, and snowmobiling in her spare time. She is a true Canadian legend through and through. I know that many of you are dying to find out if there has ever been anything romantic between Amber Marshall and Graham Wardle in real life. Like, their on-screen chemistry was so on point that it is difficult to understand how they did not date in real life. Unfortunately, though, they actually never been romantically involved, despite being really close. Instead, they decided to focus on their friendship, which still lasts to this day. Even though Wardle is no longer a part of the Heartland, he is still besties with Marshall. In fact, Marshall is a frequent guest on Wardle's spiritual podcast, Time Has Come. What about Sean Johnston? Doesn't our beloved Jack have other ventures than acting? Well, both yes and no. No, he doesn't have any other job than acting. But he has his own theater in Canada. So he is not only acting on TV, but also acting in plays. He is a true veteran in the Canadian acting scene. Did you know that Johnston initially auditioned for Tim Fleming? He thought Grandpa Jack was too old a role for him, but he connected with Jack's character after reading the script. The thing is, he was actually too young for the part. He was in his 40s when initially auditioned for the part. Like, he is 65 today. The funny thing is, even though they are supposed to have more than a decade of age gap between them on the show, Chris Potter is also 63 years old in real life. So they are only 2 years apart. Truly unbelievable. Did you like these behind-the-scenes secrets? Which one are you shocked by the most? Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Heartland insights. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.